our planet, a sanctuary of life amidst the cold expanse of the cosmos. For billions of years, Earth has evolved, cultivating an intricate balance that sustains countless species, including our own. Humanity's journey is a testament to innovation and resilience. From humble beginnings, we've harnessed the Earth's resources to build societies, advance technology, and connect across continents. Yet, beneath the surface of progress lies a disquieting truth, a trajectory of consumption that threatens the very foundations of our existence. Our advancements have come at a steep price. The relentless pursuit of growth and convenience has led to the overexploitation of the Earth's finite resources. As we extract more than the planet can replenish, we inch closer to a tipping point, one that could usher in a dystopian future if left unaddressed. Deforestation is among the most visible signs of resource depletion. Each year, an estimated 18 million acres of forest vanish, driven largely by agricultural expansion and the insatiable demand for meat and dairy. The Amazon, often referred to as the lungs of the Earth, absorbs immense amounts of carbon dioxide. Its destruction not only eradicates habitats, but also accelerates climate change by releasing stored carbon into the atmosphere. Entire ecosystems are disrupted, leading to loss of biodiversity. Species extinction rates are now estimated to be 1,000 times higher than before human dominance. Our modern culture is one of consumption. Corporations, in pursuit of ever-increasing profits, encourage a cycle of buying and disposing. Global supply chains stretch across oceans, bringing goods to our doorsteps at the click of a button. But this convenience masks the environmental toll. Carbon emissions, resource extraction, and waste generation on an unprecedented scale. The waste generated by overconsumption pollutes our land and seas, affecting not just the environment, but also human health. Have you noticed how products don't last as long as they used to? This isn't mere coincidence, but a calculated strategy known as planned obsolescence. Companies design products with a predetermined expiration, compelling consumers to purchase replacements regularly. This practice fuels sales, but exacerbates resource depletion and waste. The repercussions extend beyond consumer inconvenience. Electronic waste contains hazardous materials, posing serious environmental and health risks. Recycling symbols on plastic products give the impression that these items are recyclable, but the reality is far more complex and troubling. Most plastics are marked with the recycling symbol, but not all are recyclable in practice. This symbol often indicates the type of plastic resin used, not its recyclability. The misleading labeling leads consumers to believe they are contributing positively, while much of the plastic placed in recycling bins ends up in landfills, incinerators, or polluting our oceans. Despite efforts, only a small fraction of plastic waste is recycled. The rest accumulates in the environment, persisting for centuries and breaking down into microplastics that infiltrate food chains. Microplastics have been found in the deepest ocean trenches and the highest mountain peaks. They pose significant risks to wildlife and human health, with potential impacts we are only beginning to understand. The recycling system is overwhelmed. The sheer volume of plastic produced, over 380 million tons annually, far exceeds our capacity to manage it sustainably. Corporations continue to produce single-use plastics, shifting the responsibility of waste management onto consumers and municipalities ill-equipped to handle the burden. The illusion of recyclability perpetuates overconsumption. Believing that plastics can be recycled indefinitely, consumers may feel less urgency to reduce usage, exacerbating the problem. Although over 70% of Earth's surface is covered by water, the vast majority, about 97.5%, is salt water found in oceans and seas. Only a mere 2.5% is freshwater suitable for human consumption and ecosystems. But the story doesn't end there. Of that 2.5% freshwater, nearly 70% is locked away in glaciers, ice caps, and permanent snow, primarily in Antarctica and Greenland. Another 30% resides underground as groundwater, some of which is too deep or contaminated for practical use. This leaves less than 1% of the world's freshwater, just 0.007% of all water on Earth, readily available as surface water in lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. This minuscule amount must support over 8 billion people, as well as countless ecosystems that depend on freshwater habitats. Water, the essence of life, is becoming increasingly scarce. Agriculture alone consumes about 70% of the planet's accessible freshwater, much of it wasted through inefficient irrigation practices and the cultivation of water-intensive crops. As populations grow and demand for food increases, our limited freshwater resources are under immense pressure. Pollution further diminishes the availability of clean water. Industrial waste, agricultural runoff laden with pesticides and fertilizers, and improper waste disposal contaminate rivers, lakes, and aquifers, rendering water unsafe for human consumption and harming aquatic life. Approximately 2 billion people now lack access to safe drinking water. Every year, millions die from water-related diseases, a crisis exacerbated by inadequate sanitation and hygiene. Climate change intensifies water scarcity by altering precipitation patterns. Some regions experience severe droughts, reducing river flows and depleting groundwater, while others face increased flooding, which can contaminate freshwater supplies. Melting glaciers, which currently act as natural water reservoirs by releasing meltwater into rivers, are shrinking. Their loss threatens the water supply for billions who rely on glacier-fed rivers. If we do not take immediate action to manage and preserve our freshwater resources, the consequences will be dire, not only for human health and agriculture, but for the stability of societies and the health of entire ecosystems. Overfarming and deforestation lead to soil degradation. We are losing fertile topsoil at a rate of 24 billion tons per year, undermining food security for future generations. As soil quality declines, agricultural yields diminish, exacerbating hunger and economic instability, especially in vulnerable regions. Modern technology relies heavily on rare minerals, lithium for batteries, neodymium for wind turbines, and many others. These resources are finite and becoming harder to extract. As easy-to-reach deposits are exhausted, the energy and environmental cost of extraction rise, creating a vicious cycle of depletion and degradation. If unchecked, these trends paint a grim picture of our future, a world where scarcity is the norm and the comforts of modern life fade into memory. With the depletion of essential materials, technological progress stalls. The production of new devices halts, and maintaining existing infrastructure becomes a monumental challenge. The interconnectedness we've come to rely on fractures, isolating communities and crippling economies. History has shown that scarcity breeds conflict. As resources dwindle, competition intensifies, not just between nations, but within them. Disputes over water rights, arable land, and mineral reserves could ignite wars, displacing millions and destabilizing entire regions. In such a world, daily life becomes a struggle for survival. basic necessities turn into luxuries, and societal norms erode under the weight of desperation. The human spirit is resilient, but prolonged hardship tests the limits of compassion and morality. While some band together, others may succumb to fear and aggression. The environmental impact extends beyond human societies. The collapse of ecosystems triggers a domino effect. Pollinators disappear, food chains break, and the planet's ability to regenerate diminishes. Climate change intensifies, bringing more frequent and severe natural disasters. These events compound the challenges, overwhelming already strained resources. Despite the daunting outlook, hope remains. Around the world, individuals and communities are pioneering sustainable practices and technologies. These innovations demonstrate that it's possible to meet human needs without depleting the Earth's resources. The circular economy reimagines our approach to production and consumption. By designing products for longevity, repairability, and recyclability, we reduce waste and conserve resources. This shift requires collaboration between businesses, governments, and consumers, fostering an economy that benefits both people and the planet. Change often begins at the community level. Individuals, when united by a common purpose, can drive significant transformation. Simple choices like conserving water, reducing waste, and supporting ethical products collectively make a profound impact. Corporations wield immense influence and have a responsibility to prioritize sustainability over short-term profits. By adopting sustainable practices, businesses can lead the way toward a more resilient economy. Policy reform is essential. Effective legislation can enforce environmental protections, promote sustainable development, and hold accountable those who harm the planet. Education empowers individuals to make informed decisions. Awareness is the first step toward change. In the digital age, knowledge spreads rapidly. We have the tools to educate and mobilize on a global scale. We stand at a pivotal moment in history. The choices we make today will shape the world for generations to come. Will we continue down the path of overconsumption and face the dire consequences? Or will we embrace sustainability, ensuring a vibrant planet for all? The power to change lies within each of us. Our story is still unfolding. Together, we can author a future where humanity and nature coexist in balance. From a single seed grows a forest. Let us plant the seeds of change today, nurturing them into a legacy of sustainability and hope.